Looking for the king of podcasts? You're at the wrong channel. Looking for good ideas for life? You are far from good hands. If you think the listener is always right, you are far from the right place. Hosted by a Northeasterner by birth, a rebel by choice. If you want a host that floats between love and madness, then play on and listen to Crazy Train Radio.
What up? Excuse me while I whip this out.
Oh, gnarly!
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes. And good evening, friend.
With over 30 years of experience and a superb reputation for being a detail-oriented company, Lacey Cleaning has some of the highest work standards in the cleaning business.
That's the fact, Jack!
Whether it's carpet cleaning, tile, grout cleaning, new construction cleanup, rental turnovers, vent and duct cleaning, odor elimination, office and or business cleaning, power washing, residential cleaning, you name it, they do it. Woo! Check them out. To contact them today, laceycleaning@gmail.com or call them at 609-709-8536.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hi, everybody. This is good old J.R. Jim Ross, the author of Slobber Knocker, and you're listening to Crazy Train Radio. Damn right you are.
Folks, so happy to have this man on the phone right now. His new book with Triumph Books is Mr. Met, How a Sports Mad Kid from Jersey Became Like Family Through Generations of Big Leaguers. The author, Jay Horwitz. Jay, how you doing, sir?
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Oh, absolutely. Well, for those not familiar with Jay and his work, he has actually been with the Mets organization for over 40 years. He's transitioned to running the alumni relations, but was the PR guy for over 4 decades. And his book here has tons of stories. So my first question for you would be, why now to write a book?
Well, a couple of reasons. You know, I'm going to be 75 in August, nearing the end of my career, you know, and I've always, you know, considered myself to have a good sense of humor, always let myself be the butt of jokes, a lot of byplay with the players, and I wanted to write a tribute to one of a person, Shannon Ford, who worked for me for over 20 years, and she died of breast cancer a couple of years ago, so I wanted to write a tribute to her. So just to kind of a feel-good book, you know, a lot of memories, and hopefully bring a smile to some Met fans, and a lot of good memories. Well, from Joe Torre to Dwight Gooden to Mookie to you name it. Maybe Mets fans get a kick out of my interactions with the players through the years.
Well, probably one of my favorite stories that I saw in the book that I got a chuckle out of, but was a little bit serious at the same time, was Turk Wendell in terms of a hunting trip while he was with the organization. How did that involve you?
Well, I got a call from the then wife, Barbara, that I might need your help, Jay. That this was like in February before 2000, maybe in late January, that you couldn't find Turk, and Turk was missing, and that day he didn't have a cell phone. So we called the police, and it was in the mountains of Denver. We tried to get a hold of him. We called some people, and what happened was, Turk lost his way a little bit, came back the next day, and when he reported for spring training that year, it was naturally the subject of a lot of kidding, road maps on his blocker. So Turk got a little lost, and no one knew how to get a hold of him. So God forbid, Turk was a hunter back then, so we didn't know where he was. So for a day or so, we had everybody in the Denver area looking for him, but thankfully he showed up.
Well, yes, thankfully he showed up. But obviously there's been plenty of stories over your 4 decades with the organization. But would you say, and I should put it this way, as we spoke yesterday with Eric Sherman, the author, and had nothing but nice things to say about you. But you brought up a good point. Yes, absolutely. And one of the points he brought up when we were discussing you, I brought it up on the air, is that he said you had the relationship that you had not only with the office, but also the players over the years. What would you say is the biggest difference in terms of having those relationships and being a good middleman, so to say?
Well, the thing is credibility. And there are really 3 sets of masters we have. The number one master is the front office. They've hired you. Then there's the players and the media. And the players think you're partial to the media. The media thinks you're partial to the players. And sometimes the front office thinks you're partial to both. You just have to establish a level of trust. Let them know, I've been an organizational man my whole life. I bleed orange and blue, and it's trust and credibility. In my position, especially in a job like New York, where there's so much media, you can't lie. Once you lie or think about something, you get caught. Your credibility is done, and your job is really out the window. So my 40 years, I try to let them all the 3 facets of my job know that I can be trusted. I can be trusted with secrets. I'm not going to leak stuff. The players know that they come to me with stuff. I'll have their best interests at heart, and just really establishing a level of trust that people from all facets of the job can trust you and believe in you.
Well, now your role has changed with the organization, and you have a role with the Alumni Relations Department, which
right.
is, from what I understand, is a newer thing within the Mets organization. How has your role changed to what you do now?
Well, Jeff Wilpon, the owner of the Mets, came to me in the summer of 2018. He asked me if I wanted to transition over to be head of the alumni, because we really hadn't done much with the alumni through the years. And the following year, which would have been last year, was the 50th anniversary of the 69 team. And honestly, I wasn't really thrilled about making the change, because I love the camaraderie in the locker room. I love to travel. I love the friendships. But more and more I thought about, I could start a whole new thing. I knew most of these guys, and, I really think we've done some great things that, brought some people back to the Mets family. I'll give you one prime example. Hobie Landreth was the number 1 draft pick of the Mets in 1961. When I called him a couple of months ago, Hobie said to me, I'm the first person from the organization who's called in 50 years. So we've, working with guys like Ed Kranepool, Art Chansky, Jerry Kuzman, Doc Gooden, Darryl Strawberry, Jay Payton, guys I've worked with all my years here. It's just letting know, basically, that the organization gives a darn and we care about them. And I really it's been very satisfying.
Definitely, for sure. But, again, you've done so much over your time and dealt with so many, I would say, cast of characters throughout the years. Would you say Mike Piazza would be the standard bearer when you take it a Mets organization just because of what he did with 9/11 and such and being the face of the team?
Yeah, Mike was great and everything, but for me, the guy I would go back to is John Franco. John was spent over 50 years. He got all facets of everything. He was great with the charities. His father was a sanitation worker in New York. He and Mike and all the other guys were leaders in our stuff in 9/11. He was a great practical joker. He got everything. I mean, I could have written a whole book about all the jokes that Johnny Franco played on me. I'll give you one example. We're in Los Angeles at the old Biltmore Hotel. Johnny had the idea. He got a horse head from the lobby, unscrewed it, went up to my room, put the lights out in my room, put the horse head under my pillows, put ketchup on my pillowcase. When I walked into the room, I said I had a dead horse, on my bed. Johnny did other things through the years. He put the eye black on my binoculars, put ice cream sandwiches in my suit pockets, put dead rats in my work bag. He made me comfortable. He made me that I was part of the fabric of the team. Johnny always used to tell me, if the guys don't like you, they won't mess with you. So I guess they must have liked me a little bit because they messed with me a lot.
Well, the one last question I want to ask about anyway is, and I found this interesting, was your trips to Japan. And obviously Japan has been known for having a very unique tradition with the sport of baseball. But what was your take in terms of taking the MLB over there the few times you've been over there?
Well, I actually went there twice. I went with the MLB team in 1995. I had a pretty interesting team. I had Barry Bonds, Alex Rodriguez, to name a few. And we went over there with the Mets in 2000. They have a thing there in Japan. The media can't go in the locker room, so the players have to go out to the dugout to talk. The locker room was really free of media. The fans are crazy. They bang stuff during the game. They're going into the games. It was really exciting. I got to ride the bullet train when I was there and experience Kobe beef and all the restaurants, great jewelry shops. And last time we went, Bobby was my manager. Bobby has a great history managing Japan. He took me to a lot of good restaurants, and it was a really, really good cultural experience for us. And the 2000 trip really got us kicked off on our national pennant that year. And the last game we were there, Benny Agbayani hit a grand slam home run in the 10th inning to give us a win. So it was a great trip.
You can get the book, Mr. Met, through Triumph Books, Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, all the usual suspects when you purchase your books. Jay, thank you so much for the time.
Meet the Mets, step right up and greet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life because the Mets are really socking the ball.
Wow! Thinking your day is bad and really looking to make it worse? Why not try downloading this new classic set of music that will be dropping so far off the charts, there's bound to be injuries. Now that's what I call depressing. It's gonna make those who are even close to having the slightest glimmer of hope want to jump off the highest of planks. For those that are getting Now That's What I Call Depressing, you'll be getting that song that reminds you of that relationship with those cougars, Wrinkled Ladies. For those who weren't really into cougars, but those who had that special friend whilst in cell block 2B, we got for you this clusterfuck that will put you in therapy for years to come. With cheeks wide open. Who the fuck writes this shit? Oh hell, we're still recording this commercial.
Always with you, what cannot be done.
Those that rather have it out than in. This loaded hit will be dropping soon, farthing in the USA. For those who place their order by calling or ordering online, The next 100 folks will receive their choice of either a noose of good quality that won't snap, an installation of a new outlet next to your bathtub so you can now blow dry your hair in a full tub. Or the choice of the right gang to just beat the fuck out of you. Call us today at 1-800-FUCK-THIS.
Not all football helmets are created equal. Zenith, the industry leader in protective technology, is the only helmet in the game with adaptive head protection featuring a shock suspension system that can move independently from the helmet shell. Headquartered and developed in Detroit, Zenith is committed to player safety and revolutionary innovation. Zenith is proud to protect athletes at every level from Pee-wee to the pros. Learn more about the Zenith difference at zenith.com. That's XENITH.com.
Hi, this is Jamie Moyer, and you're listening to Crazy Train Radio.